Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's activity for the Devon Public Library Summer Reading Club. Of course, week 1, this week is Nature Week, so I thought, what better place to record this video than outside in nature? This week's going to be a really fun activity. We're going to be making a sun catcher using some materials that you should have at home. So first of all, I'll explain all the materials that you'll be needing that I have in front of me here. First of all, you are going to need either tape or some glue sticks. Either will work, it's just kind of a preference thing. You will also be needing a hole punch. Single hole punch is best. If you don't have one of these though, of course you can just use a sharp pen, that kind of thing. You'll be needing some scissors, and then some kind of a string, twine, yarn, that kind of a thing. And last but not least, you'll be needing some size of a Ziploc bag. Mine's pretty large here, but you could really adapt this to be any size of Ziploc bag that you happen to have at home. Before we get started, the first thing you're going to have to do is head outside and go look for some fun nature treasures. So a couple of things that I found today are, found a couple of leaves, different sizes. Out in my backyard, we have some salal bushes, so I got some salal berries. And then I also got one other little flower, as well as a couple of twigs. Now these are going to be necessary for putting your sun catcher together. Alright, now that we have everything laid out in front of us, let's get started. Okay, so now that we have all of our materials assembled, the first thing that we're going to do is take our Ziploc bag and basically cut it down into a smaller rectangle. So because mine's quite large, I'm going to be cutting quite a bit off. I will be making a seam right along here, this end, just to make sure that we don't have the Ziploc function anymore. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so now we have our Ziploc in two different pieces. We have the top bit that has the sealing action. That is going to be gone. Now we just have our plain Ziploc rectangle here. So now that we have our plain rectangular Ziploc, what we're going to do is we're going to take the little nature treasures that we found earlier. So for me, that's going to be the leaves and the salal berries. And we're going to just position them inside our Ziploc bag to make them nice and pretty. I'll show you what mine looks like after. Alright, so now we have our fun little nature treasures inside of our Ziploc. We just need to secure them in there. So I'd recommend using tape. That's what I'm going to be using today. Just secure those down with a little piece of tape, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so now those are all taped in there, and of course we're ready to move on to our next step. So the next step is that we're going to take our tape, and we are going to seal up this exposed edge here. So that's the edge that we cut from our existing Ziploc bag. So we're just going to take a couple pieces of tape and just secure those edges there. Now that we have our edges secure and that's all done on that end, the next stage that we're going to do is using our hole punch. So what we're going to do with the hole punch is that on every one of our corners of our Ziploc, you're going to punch a little hole. Alright, and now that we have our 4 corners hole punched, you can see that there, we're actually almost done. The only thing that we have left to do is make it so that our sun catcher can hang up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of string and we are going to feed it through the hole punched holes, and then we're going to attach it to our twigs that we got. So I'll show you what that looks like after. Alright, so what we have gone ahead and done is with our 4 hole punch holes, we use our string on the top 2 to make just a little loop there, tie that off, and then on the bottom 2 we just tie them into a little bit of a knot so we have a bit of a tassel. And the last step, and then we're all done, is we're going to take our twig stick thing and we're going to loop it in between these 2 loops on the top, and there you go, that's it. You can hang this up and you have your very own sun catcher. Alright, and that is our finished activity for this week, our sun catcher. And I hope you all have a really fun time making this activity. I know I did. It's great to sit outside and enjoy the nature, especially in the summer. And of course, if you do complete this activity, make sure you take a picture and send it to us on our Facebook page. We look forward to seeing what kind of beautiful sun catcher creations you all make. And that's it for me. I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a good week. Bye-bye.